investigating a leak at a football stadium for this one. It's at Tonbridge Angels. If we take a look at the meter, it's losing about 4 to 6 litres a minute. You can see it spinning round. There's no sign of a leak anywhere. So let's get it. So we start at the beginning. Apparently this is where the pipe runs, under this fence. And goes in between this building and that other smaller building. So jump over the fence. Wasn't a great entry. And then the pipework apparently runs up here. So let's hop over all of that. See where the pipe's actually going. Just jump to the satellite. So if you look at the top right corner, that's where the meter is. And the pipe runs into sight under that fence. First thing it feeds is this calf. So that's where I jumped over the fence. The pipe apparently tees off, goes up here, feeds the other side of the football stadium. We'll get to that in a minute. On your bike, son. So if we go round to where the isolation point is for the calf, just through this door here, just have to isolate that, because if someone uses water, it's going to ruin our testing. So we can see where the pipe comes in there. If we go to the outside, that's actually a chamber. That's where the pipe's connected in there. And then it continues all the way up there, around the other side of the stadium. But if we go back to where it was, the pipe continues down towards the bar area, and goes to the back of the stadium, through this channel here, under the grass, towards that signpost. And apparently we can confirm that these posts haven't caused a leak. So it continues up here, feeds a food shack and some toilets. See the pipe coming in here, feeding the toilets. Bit of push fit. So it's male and female. Then it continues under this concrete slab towards this building here. And that's the end of one run, which I'll just quickly show you on the satellite image. So that's that side. Now if we go where the magnifying glass is, the pipework continues up, heads towards the home and away changing rooms, and then to another food shack at the end. I think that's time for a half-time team talk. Right, we've got to come over this area here. We've got to test the waters. Got a lot of ground to cover. We've got to put the pressure in the pipe. We have to put the pressure in the pipe. If we don't apply the pressure, we have no chance to get the job done. Now go out there and do your job. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it. Come on, boys. Okay. Well, the stopcock's there in the home changing rooms. Well, yeah, that's pretty obvious. Going to the away changing rooms. Don't know how good Tonbridge are. It looks like the away team was annoyed at one point. Try and check some other areas. Obviously some doors are locked. Might be going in there. So if you come up here, the pipe runs up towards here, towards the changing rooms. Just before that, we found this chamber here with some piping. While we were testing, I could hear a lot of evidence flying through this pipe. Sounded like it's going towards a leak, like this area here. Or is it this drip that I'm hearing? My ears sometimes deceive me. So if we come around here, some more toilets and another little outbuilding. If we head over to the steps to the left here, jump the fence, we've got a lot of evidence around this area. Apparently there used to be toilet building here. Still see the 4-inch waste pipe sticking up. There's a lot of push fit pipe as well. Originally we thought our evidence was coming from this pipe here because it's still live. Surprised the fittings haven't popped off in the winter. So what we did, we changed the valve in that chamber onto where the T was, so we can isolate the leak and prove at the meter that we can isolate the leak in this area here. All the evidence is pointing towards here of our equipment. There's a lot of backfill. Customer reckons the pipe could be really deep here, so it only means one thing: extra time. So now the client's currently thinking about running the pipe surface mounted under this building here, and then connect it up to the changing rooms, a toilet block, and finally the food shack at the end. While the leak's isolated, let's go check the meter, get the water back on. With nothing in use, the meter's stationary. Happy days. Now we can finally say where the leak is. They can turn all the water back on so everything can be in use while they come up with a plan to repair the pipe or rerun it. Job's a good one. If you have a leak, let's get it. They think it's all over. It is now.